do this. This is my unscripted summertime beach body workout. Pro tip, don't overfill your wheelbarrow. That's where the real magic happens. This is why I'm trying hard to maintain a beach body physique, because I need to be able to squeeze myself between these narrow spaces building this garden of rocks, and this is where I am. I'm in this tiny little narrow crevice between my rain barrel, stump holder, my compost bin, and the fence. It's pretty darn narrow. I am squished, but it's okay. We're getting it done. And sometimes the best tools are primitive. I am using this little rock as a hammer. Sometimes the little pegs are tricky to nail in, so I just use it like a hammer, and it works pretty darn good. It's so hard to get a good camera angle when you don't have a tripod. Well, you have one, but you don't have one in these little crawl spaces. And then we just use the hammer. You can't even really see that because of my fabric blocking the view. And you nail it. Man, that worked out well. Ouch. Good morning. Welcome to Garden Tour Saturday. It is really windy this morning on Vancouver Island. Happy Easter. Happy Easter weekend. We have so much to get into today on this garden tour. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I make gardening and nature videos on YouTube. I was holding the tripod because it is so windy. You almost crashed into the ground a minute ago. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say my garden design is 99% finished. It's never really finished, and there will be many changes still in the future, but the foundation of the garden is done. Minus one corner, which we're going to take a look at in a little while. It's not technically part of the garden. It's the quote-unquote ugly area of the property that's going through a massive transformation, just like the rest of this property has already transformed. But as you can see, it's pretty much done. The gravel work is in the garden, rock garden area. That is done. There may be a slightly more gravel work in the quote-unquote ugly area, but for the most part, it is done. It is designed, it is going to be what it is, and I'm so excited to have it, to have created it with my parents. It is more than I could have hoped for, and I'm so happy to share it with you today. Take a look. Let's look at the design first. So we'll just give you a little overview of how this all came together. I will link in the description or the cards a link to my very first garden tour here before we started touching the ground and did any changes. This is what it's going to be now. The only thing missing that I haven't done yet is set up those garden lights I got from the company. I think it was Garden Reet early in the season before the renovation started. And that's what I'm going to set up next, is my garden lighting for this little area here. But other than that, the design is pretty much done. I'm so excited with how it turned out. And just give you a little overview. These are my vegetable boxes. There's a little bit planted in them, a lot more to come. My milk jugs are on fire with growth. I'm probably going to do a separate video showing you my milk jugs. I've already taken some peas out and planted them in the garden from milk jugs. Among the seeded peas I planted. Speaking of peas, I am going to show you something very unconventional I'm doing for the first time ever. Other people might have done this, I don't know, but I'm trying a very strange way to grow peas. Let me show you. We're headed over to what I'm calling the flower garden, and right in front of you, a little off topic, but on topic, we have my 5 variety pear tree. I'm so excited, it is in full bloom. I literally planted this in November of last year. It was clearance from Canadian Tire. Check out all the flowers. This is incredible. I actually was counting them the other day because I have not enough. I counted these flowers and there's about 50 on this plant. So if they all open up, holy crap, if they were all pollinated, that is insane. I'll be happy if I get 1 pair to try, but this is so crazy for the first year of a fruit tree. Unbelievable. So now I'm going to show you the unconventional way I am growing peas this year. This is the base of my pear tree, and all around my property I planted peas at the base of all of my fruit trees. Kind of an experiment. My hope, this guy is going crazy in the wind, almost broke the stem. My hope was that these peas would eventually cascade up the tree as they grow and use that as a natural trellis. I might have to train them, but that is the goal. And I've done that with all of my fruit trees. In this corner, this was a Desert King fig tree that I planted at the same time as the pear tree. And once again, there are little pea plants growing there. Those were seeded. And my other Desert King fig tree in this corner, also planted at that time, also has little pea plants that are growing up it. I think this one's going to be the most successful with training them up the trunk. Time will tell. And this was a new addition to this bed yesterday. You see those kind of abstract looking stumps. That is from a big development on the property I'm going to show you shortly. But let's take a look at what's growing in those tubs first. These are little pea plants, and I grew them in milk jugs. And the hope is that they climb this stump from my arbutus tree, stump, stick, whatever you want to call it. Good size stick. And there are more in this one. I basically created a mirror effect, which I've done throughout this garden and property with the design. So throughout the property, I have plants and structures that mirror each other. It's kind of a strange pie-shaped property, and I just thought the mirror effect was kind of cool. So that was what I created my whole garden design based on, was a mirroring effect of images. So that's why I put one in each of my containers. Just going to give you a little overview of the garden. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do either a live stream or make a couple of videos this week, maybe more. Don't have a lot of time, but there is so much to see in the garden right now. It is literally on fire with growth. And I'd love to talk more about the plants, but I don't want to bore people in a super long video, so that's probably going to be a separate video. But quick little overview of the garden. It is just on fire with growth right now. We are headed to take a look at one of the biggest developments this week on the property. And let me tell you, I was surprised because although it was talked about, my parents help me a lot with the projects. We do it all together, but sometimes they come here when I'm not around to do a little more work. And they surprised me after work yesterday. Let me show you what happened. Coming around this way to the ugly area. Here we are, and look, things have changed. You may remember this was an arbutus tree. It needed to come down, and I did get the green light from the city that I live in to take the tree down, but we hadn't actually decided on the situation it was going to come down in, who, what, where, how, why. Well, we knew the why, but the rest of it. But they took matters into their own hands and took the tree down for me. This is going to come down too. This tree is so unhealthy if it doesn't come down on its own before then. This is all crumbly. The soil and structure of the tree is very unstable here. This is all going to come down, get dug out, get leveled out. This is going to look very different when we're finished. And here are some of the remnants. I have some firewood. I have some garden decor pieces. I've saved some over here. And I'm going to be saving probably a few more garden decor pieces from all of this. I'll probably save some of the foliage and material for my compost, but not all of it. That is way too much for my composting system. But that is the big development of the week, is this is all in the process of changing, and it will look more beautiful. This whole area is going to look more beautiful. Yes, it's functional, but it's going to be beautiful when it's all said and done. Just another project in the making right here. We're going to take a quick look out at my rock garden that I am creating for the kitties. I'm going to insert a little clip of the kitty who's been visiting me. It's not Grayson, the one that came for a uninvited sleepover about a month ago, the mystery kitty. Not him, he hasn't been back. This new kitty has been visiting me. Hi, kitty. I don't think you're the same kitty. You're a different kitty, aren't you? If you're the same kitty, you had a haircut. Pretty sure you're not the same kitty. Did you check out my garden? I'm making a cat garden for you guys. Go check out the garden. Hey, kitty. Kitty. Did you go check out the garden? You're missing the best part. Go check out the garden. Do you want to come see the garden? And have a little nap instead? You like the little grasses? I was going to get rid of that grass, but maybe I shouldn't. You're going to stick around for the grasses? I gotta go now. You're going to come to the garden? You're going to follow me? I'm on my way somewhere else. But you can join if you want. You're going to follow? Want to come see the garden? You gonna join in, kitty? I'm going to the garden if you want to come. Guys, I was just about to go to do some forest bathing, and the kitty's back in my yard. I'm so excited. I'm trying to coax Kitty to check out the garden. That's not Grayson, that's a different kitty, and I'm so excited. He told his friends. I was about to leave, and I thought I'd wander back and see if Kitty's still here. Kitty is still here. So this kitty likes the grass. I really wanted to get rid of that grass, but I think I might have to keep it because this kitty is quite content in the grass, almost napping in that little spot. So yeah, the grass is probably going to stay a little longer. It's kind of weedy, but the kitty likes it. The kitty likes it. A skittish kitty, but is seemingly trying to befriend me, and I'm so delighted. I don't know if the new kitty has found my cat garden yet, because Kitty's been hiding I've been finding this other kitty in different areas of the property, but I'm trying to lure it over here. It hasn't worked yet. I'm hoping Kitty's gonna find this area on his own or her own, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna show you my cat-friendly rock garden. Right here, not too many changes since the last video. In fact, did I change anything? I don't even remember. The plants are changing though. Let me show you just a few of the flowers that are blooming. My tulips were kind of a disaster. The crows just tormented them, ate the bulbs and the greens and tore up the greens. But my daffodils are starting to bloom. There's the odd tulip that survived the crows' torment of the bulbs. So that is super exciting. And things are just springing into life. A lot of the shrubs have foliage on them now. It's like a majority of what is planted out here is starting to show growth and life, which is so exciting. I'll show you my favorite part of the garden right now. It's actually over here. This tree was original to the property, and look at all the new growth. It is covered in new growth, and mind the shadows. I could do some shadow magic like I used to, but not today. And coming over here, this is a fig tree that was original to the property. The grape hyacinths in the middle, these suckers were here when I bought it, and I added all these other ones, and I didn't know if they were going to survive all the birds. But the birds and bunnies seem to have left them alone, and now they're blooming, and I just love the pop of purple. It is just so vibrant, and purple's my favorite color, so it just speaks to me. And just a little overview of the garden overall. I have to show you this. I picked this little kitty up at a thrift store. It was just speaking to me. I'm hoping it's going to lure possibly Grayson back for another sleepover. If you know, you know. That is the mystery kitty that had a mysterious rendezvous with me about a month ago. Sweet, you can't sleep with me. I don't want to sleep with you. That's a little weird. We don't even know each other. In my house, I have lots of little video clips of him, and I'm hoping he's gonna come back. So this little kitty is here to invite more kitties to come on in. And that is gonna be today's tour. I'm definitely gonna do more videos soon because I have so much more I wanna share, but I feel like it's too much to put into a garden tour Saturday. One more thing before we close it out. My two little turtles, I think they're so adorable. I had them on my last property, but definitely showcasing them a little better here. And I almost forgot, once again, I had planned another taste test for today, and we're gonna do it together before the video is done. We are taste testing pear tree flowers. I've never tried them in my life. Yes, they are edible. I am so excited to try these. I have tried peach tree flowers and they taste like heaven. I have tried plum tree flowers and they are so divine. And I have high hopes for my pear tree flowers. There are multiple varieties of flower on the same tree. I don't know if I'm going to try multiples, but let's test them together. This is my first time taste testing pear flowers. The wind is definitely making for a more challenging filming session today. I have to constantly hold the tripod if I put you guys on the tripod because it is just going like this and it's gonna fall over at any given moment. So let's do a pear flower taste test. First time ever taste testing pear flowers. Interesting. Not what I expected. So my first thought is bitter. I really had high hopes for the pear flower because peaches taste so good, plums taste so good. But the first essence I got was a bitter flavor. Not terrible. Kind of giving me bitter bittersweet chocolate vibes, but not chocolate, in flower form. I'm going to try another one. Maybe it was just a one-off, and sometimes flowers at different stages of development have different flavors. So we're going to pick another one and give it another shot. I am sacrificing some of the pears, but when there's this many flowers on a brand new tree, it's probably okay to do a little sacrifice. Second pear tree flower ever. Yeah, it's bitter. It's not bad. It was better than the first one, and it was a little bit less open. But my overall perception of the pear flower from a pear tree is, well, it's okay. It's definitely not terrible. I've tasted much worse flowers. It's not divine. It's not amazing. It's not like the plum tree or the peach tree that I've tried in the past that are like heavenly, like taste like sweet, what's that word? That honeysuckle. It's nothing like that. It's definitely got a bitter essence to it. So could you eat it? Yes, you definitely could. Would you want to? Maybe if you're going for a bitter flavor. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. You don't need to try it. I do recommend peach and plum flowers though. Those are amazing. So with that note, thank you so much for watching. Probably see you later in the week with some other video. I don't know the who, what, where, why, but I know there's a lot to show in my garden, so we'll come up with something. I hope you are having a very happy Easter if you celebrate, and we will see you soon, probably later in the week. Bye-bye. Little look at my lawn because I just cannot resist. There are so many things to see right now. These are either weeds or wildflowers, depending on your perspective. I had them in my last garden in the lawn as well, and I don't mind them. I kind of like these cute little pink flowers. I never planted them, and I'm not trying to get rid of them. Not a fan of dandelions, but these flowers, I'll take a whole carpet of them. If they want to grow in my lawn, yes sir, I am all for it.